Black Hollow. From the moment you step into the town, it feels wrong, unnerving, like the air itself is holding its breath. Shadows cling to corners, the mist never lifts, and the few townsfolk you pass look at you as though you're an unwelcome trespasser. And in many ways, you're right. They don't want you here. Not since the disappearances began. For Clara Bennett, staying away wasn't an option. Driving into Black Hollow in her beaten-up car felt like stepping into an entirely different world where time had forgotten to move forward. The faded signs, the boarded windows, the crumbling buildings. This was where her search for answers would begin. She wasn't just passing through. She came knowing the risk. No one had stayed in Black Hollow long, not since the Vanishing Hour. Every night at exactly 3:33 a.m., someone disappeared without a trace. It had happened to visitors and locals alike. The town, once bustling, had shrunk into an empty husk. But Clara wasn't here to flee. Not yet. In her room at the old inn, she pinned a map to the wall, marking locations of known vanishings with harsh streaks of red ink. Her eyes darted between the dots. There was a pattern hidden here. She was sure of it. The mist curled against the window as the hour grew late. And then the clock struck 3:33. The room grew ice-cold. The lights flickered wildly. Whispers filled the air, overlapping in a maddening chorus. Clara froze, her hands trembling. She could sense it. Something was watching, and just as suddenly as the chaos began, it stopped. Silence gripped the room, except for the rhythmic ticking of the clock as it resumed. Black Hollow wasn't just cursed. It was alive with something terrible, something waiting. By the next morning, Clara was determined to dig deeper, no matter how fiercely the townsfolk wished her gone. Her questions about a missing man, James Miller, were met with hostility. Despite their warnings to leave, she persisted, eventually finding an ally in the town's reluctant sheriff, Tom Grayson. With his help, Clara uncovered an ancient journal hidden in the dusty archives of the town hall. It spoke of a deal struck centuries ago, a deal that saved Black Hollow from ruin, but at an unthinkable price. Sacrifices, night after night, to something called the Watcher. Each night, Clara felt the pull of the curse grow stronger. Her dreams filled with forests and shadowy figures. When the final night arrived, she and the sheriff found an ornate box, the key, locked away in the abandoned church. At 3:33 a.m., they faced the Watcher in the mist-filled square. "You cannot break this curse," the Watcher whispered, its form shifting like smoke. But Clara didn't hesitate. She opened the key. Light split through the night, banishing the mist and shattering the Watcher's hold on the town. The missing returned, confused, but alive. But Clara? She wasn't among them. The sheriff found her journal left behind in the square. The final entry read, "The vanishing hour is over. But where am I?" Black Hollow's curse was broken. Yet the mystery of Clara Bennett and the price paid that night at 3:33 a.m. would linger forever.